Tombstones climbing up the sky to claim the boredom and the whine of the radiator, to freeze the fates that intertwine, unresolved and undefined in this echo chamber. Once you've given up the ghost, just like Lazarus, you'll know there's an operator, some strange passenger inside. To that strange power I'm resigned like an iron anchor. I'm just a ghost in your stereo, the fading memory of a shipwreck in the undertow. You're just a lost song I wrote, and I'm just a ghost in your stereo. Ghost. Your heart's a mercenary, but like a dancer on the wire, come the sparks of freight desire as a fire's carried. I'm just a ghost in your stereo, the fading memory of a shipwreck in the undertow. You're just a lost song I wrote, and I'm just a ghost in your stereo. Ghost. try to find you, like sunlight breaking through. When it's right to come to you, when it's right to find you.
When there's nothing left to mediate, you take your coat and you close the gate, and you grow your hair in branches long, and you lose your days in the LA sun. Oh, nobody knows where it goes, when it goes.
Love takes some time to bloom. When it's right to find you, right to find you. Like sunlight breaking through. When it's right to come to you, when it's right to find you. We are mostly wasted time, half asleep and half divine, waiting for the faintest light, waiting for these wounds to heal. No one ever is lost or is found as we think we are. No one ever is lost or is found as we think we are. Love takes some time to bloom. When it's right to find you, when it's right to find you. Like sunlight breaking through. When it's right to come to you, when it's right to find you.
On behalf of my delegation, I offer you my humblest thanks. Never did I imagine that I would meet the gallant and noble Lord of Dorma himself, nor be welcomed into his magnificent hall.
You'll forgive me if we forgo the pleasantries. You say you are come to negotiate peace. Unless I am mistaken, such negotiations are typically conducted between sovereign nations. I was not aware that the Emperor had recognized Dorma's sovereignty.
His Radiance has yet to do so, that much is true. Know, however, that he has expressed willingness to cede Dorma to her ancestral masters and treat with her as a friend. Since the days of Emperor Solus, the Empire has aggressively expanded its territory. While you may not agree with our founding father's policy of expansion, I believe there is room for discussion on the matter of his lifelong goal, to rid the world of icons. Icons are a blight upon this star. They cannot be suffered to exist. This you know as well as we. In his wisdom, Emperor Varus wishes to explore the possibility of an alliance to combat this common threat. On the condition that Dorma renounces summoning and pledges to police the Korgin's practice of it, his Radiance would extend the hand of friendship.
Dorma has never shown any appetite for summoning, and it should go without saying that we will address any threat to our people, icon or otherwise. With regard to the Korjin, I must stress that they only resorted to summoning under extreme provocation. When the Ruby Sea was at peace and their sacred relics safe, they looked not to their kami for protection. Yet even now there are certain parties who would destabilize the region with ill-conceived military forays. Unless they alter their course, we cannot hope to be rid of icons.
Quite. I can but apologize. In seeking to eliminate icons, the Empire creates them. 'Tis an irony among ironies, one with which the people of Eorzea are well acquainted, I am told.
Indeed, many summonings are the result of persecution, the weak being driven to call upon the divine for deliverance from the strong. So it was in Alamigo, the bitter fruit of Garlean oppression.
A tragic state of affairs. If we are to put an end to summoning once and for all, it shall not be through might, but harmony. Yet we continue to repeat our mistakes, oblivious to the lessons of history. My comrades and I would change all that. We, Populares, have campaigned long and hard for a shift in imperial policy. And at last, the Emperor has seen fit to lend us an ear. Alas, there is a faction within Garlemald that would obstruct our every attempt at reform. A collection of pure-blooded Garleans who seek to consolidate their own supremacy. The Optimates. Lest you wonder, theirs was the hand that loosed our forces on the Confederacy. 'Twas a regrettable incident, one that flies in the face of everything we believe, and I swear to do all in my power to prevent a reoccurrence.
That would be most welcome. But if I may speak plain, if the Empire itself is not of one mind, how can we be certain that any peace we negotiate will be honored?
I cannot blame you for doubting us. Indeed, I should find it strange if you did not. And so, in the name of building trust, I would like to make a proposal. A prisoner exchange.
Hmm.
Under Garlean rule, no few Dormans were conscripted into the Imperial army. We would repatriate them in return for those of ours you captured in the recent conflict. Naturally, any exchange would include the acting viceroy.
Yotsuyo? What makes you think we have her?
Forgive me, my lord. Was it not your wish to speak plain? Let us not play games. I desire only to work to our mutual benefit. The Optimates tried and failed to take my sister by force. I would succeed by peaceable means, thereby strengthening my party's hand. 'Twould be a lie to say I would not also be glad of my sister's safe return.
A fellow plain speaker. How refreshing. Very well. Your proposal has merit, but I will need time to consider it.
Of course, my lord. May we remain in Dorma until you have come to a decision?
You shall be our honored guests. Yugiri, I leave the ambassador and his retinue in your care. See that they are well looked after.
You have our gratitude, Lord Hien. We shall look forward to your answer.
Get back! I'm warning you!
Someone's in trouble. Are you all right?
Hi.
What do they want with you?
Yuki, and you lot too. I don't know. We were returning from the Enclave when they came at us.
It seems they won't go quietly.
And neither will we.
The art of my forebears.
That seems to be the last of them. You have nothing to fear, child. You are safe now.
Thank you, sir.
You saved us again. Thank you. If you're ever passing by our village, look us up. You'll always be welcome.
Thank goodness we arrived when we did.
Indeed. But what could have prompted the Red Kojin to stray so far from the Ruby Sea?
I presume these are the sellswords hired by Yotsu. If so, the answer is simple. Desperation. Bereft of imperial employment, they seek other means to line their coin purses. Another sad legacy of the Empire's mismanagement.
The Empire to which you have sworn allegiance.
Must you always be so pointed? If we are to bring about lasting change, we must look beyond narrow allegiances. You have every right to doubt me, but in time, I hope you will come to see that we share a common goal. You and yours have fought fiercely to change the Empire from without, but if we are to end the cycle of conflict, the Empire must change from within. Am I wrong? I knew you would understand. You have witnessed such change firsthand, after all, during your time in Ishgard.
I had her brought here in secret while the three of you kept our guest company. The world has not been kind to you, it is true. But that does not excuse your sins. You should be at the bottom of the river. Yet here you are, the living, breathing proof of my failure. A failure for which I would now make amends.
What did I do? I don't remember. Was it really so terrible? Tell me, please! What did I do?
You speak of sins, my lord. But at whose feet do those sins lie? With the soldiers who committed the crimes, or those who commanded them to do so? With both, I would say. For all have a conscience, and all must choose. But with no memory of who she is, or what she has done, what sin remains to be cleansed?
You ask that I show mercy.
I ask why the heavens saw fit to deny me my rest. Why Yotsuyu was spared not only death, but the bitter memories of her life.
You truly think it the will of the Kami? If so, her life is not mine to take. It is yours to safeguard. Come the hour of the exchange, if her memories have not returned, she may remain here in Doma to live out her days as Tsuyu. But if they do, the Guardians shall have their viceroy. Though the people will protest, they will come to accept my decision when they have been reunited with their loved ones.
Thank you, my lord.
Now then, I believe we have kept our guest waiting long enough. Did Gosetsu not seem strange to you? His sympathy for Yotsuyu apart, I mean. I know his powers of endurance only too well, but after all he has suffered, even he should not be on his feet. He puts on a brave face for our sakes, but it would not surprise me if he lacked the strength to raise his blade. Though I suppose if he and Yotsuyu are to enjoy a life of peace and quiet, he will have little use for it. It falls to us to shape that future, one in which he need never again set foot on the battlefield. My apologies. Our deliberations took longer than expected.
Think nothing of it. The time afforded me the opportunity to go on a rather rousing excursion through Yansha. You have reached a decision, then?
We are willing to cooperate with you in combating the Icon threat, and also in the exchange of prisoners. Assuming you accept our conditions, of course. As you know, your sister is in our care. Due to certain complications, however, we are hesitant to release her into your custody.
Complications?
She was inside Doma Castle when it collapsed. Though she survived, she remembers nothing of her past life, not even her name. To clarify, she is in our care not as a prisoner, but as a vulnerable citizen of Doma.
Are you saying you refuse to release her?
Not at all. If her memory returns before the appointed hour.
And if not, what exactly? You will accommodate her here in Doma?
Well, I sincerely doubt she will be of any great strategic value to the Empire. She spends her days daydreaming of Dango.
Dango? How dreadful. Very well. In light of our recent misstep in Sakazuki, it seems only fair that I show you the same understanding you have shown us. Though I do have one small request. Regardless of Yotsuyu's value to the Empire, she is yet my sister. Before I leave, might you permit me to speak with her in private?
Of course. Perhaps you could even bring her a plate of dango. She would be most pleased. Yugiri will see you to her chambers. I wish you a safe journey.
This has been a most enjoyable visit. I look forward to our next meeting. Maxima, would you take the others and see that all is ready for our departure? I simply cannot leave without first giving thanks to the Warrior of Light for accompanying me through Yansha. Mark me, savior of the savages. There will be a reckoning.
You've nowhere left to run, traitor!
Ignorant savages! Killing us will avail you naught. For every Imperial you cut down, 1,000 more will come. Abandon this foolish endeavor and surrender. You may yet serve our righteous cause.
How dare you speak of righteousness? You who forsook kith and kin to serve conquerors! Be glad I grant you this mercy. What in the... Reinforcements? No, just one! Cut him down!
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
This one is promising. Who remains to offer us resistance?
A host of rebels led by Lord Cayenne hold the Enclave across the river.
Lord Cayenne?
The king of the former king of Dorma, sir. They say he is one of the greatest swordsmen alive.
Is that what they say?
Who was that?
Surely you jest. That was Xenosier Galvas, Legatus of the 12th, the Crown Bloody Prince. I heard he was strong, but that was frightening.
That was Lord Xenos. Everything you are, your power, even your face, it vexes me. Go on. Lash out like the beast you are at an emissary and jeopardize the newfound peace between Dorma and the Empire. My lord was destined to lead us unto a glorious new age. Your light is nothing to his radiance. I will cherish this moment, lock it away within my heart, until the day we meet again.
You look troubled, my friend. Was it something he said?
Of all the memories to witness.
I had my doubts about him, but I would never have guessed he was a disciple of Xenos. My lord.
Calm yourself, Yugiri. I set no store by him or his enlightened brethren. But if by treating with them there is even the faintest hope we might secure the return of our conscripted brothers and sisters, I must play this game. After the way I risked their lives in the rebellion, I owe them that much.
My lord, you bear no blame for their fate.
If not blame, then responsibility. They were prisoners, and still I chose to fight, knowing they could be executed in retaliation. But now we have a chance to bring them home. If it means bargaining with a monster, so be it.
My lord.
Besides, I think he likes me, which is more than some can say.
Can you truly remember nothing? Nothing at all?
Were we friends?
Yes. We were good friends, you and I. In fact, I've brought you a gift. I pray that one day soon, as you gaze into that mirror, you will remember the woman staring back at you.
It's so pretty. Who are you? Who are you?
How are you feeling, my lord?
Fine, now leave me.
Open wide now.
Pleased to you. I'm not so frail that I cannot feed myself. I grow weary of the taste of gruel.
You don't like it? Can I fetch you something else?
Aye, wine. Or if that is not wholesome enough, I don't know. A sweet persimmon from Namai? I enjoyed them in my youth.
A persimmon?
Nay, pay me no mind. I am full. Besides, we have guests.
I hope we are not interrupting your meal. We had heard you were confined to bed and thought you might welcome some visitors.
Confined to... A gross exaggeration. A trifle drained from my exertions, perhaps, but with a little rest, I shall be fighting fit again in no time.
Take off your clothes.
Gosetsu, is this how you've been spending your time?
My lady, I assure you this is not.
Off with them. We need to wash you. You stink. What are all these scars? There are so many of them.
A life of battle will leave its mark upon a man. Is something wrong, Tsuyu?
It's nothing. I'm fine.
But leave me be, woman! I will not be fussed over like some newborn babe.
Greetings. Might I have one of your... Wait! Please! I only wanted a persimmon.
Kami, save us! Her spirit has returned!
She's back from the dead to seek her revenge!
It can't be. She couldn't have survived.
What did I do?
As if you don't know!
Good people of Namai, be at ease, I pray you. You have naught to fear.
My lord, forgive me, but what is that monster doing here? They told us she was dead!
I too was surprised to learn of her survival. More even than you, I would hazard. 'Twas I who cut her down, I who left her to her fate. But it would seem the Kami had other plans. By some miracle, both she and Gosetsu were spared when the keep collapsed, though Yotsugu's preservation came at the cost of her memory.
You're saying she's forgotten? Forgotten everything she's done?
Lies! Lies, my lord! She would say anything to escape punishment!
What does it matter? We have not forgotten her crimes, and we demand justice! I beg of you, Lord Hien, draw your blade and rid us of this canker!
What I saw then, it's all true. I'm sorry! I'm so sorry.
You're sorry? And what? We're supposed to forgive you?
Here, there's no need to cry. Can't you see how scared she is? How can you be scared of her? She's not the same.
Until such time as her memories return, this woman shall be known as Tsuyu, and treated as a citizen of Doma. I will, however, see that she is watched at all times. Rest assured that there will be no more unannounced visits to the village. As your lord, I ask that you leave her fate in my hands, and suffer her to live, for now.
Please, Issei.
All right. I'll keep my peace. As long as you're happy, that's all that matters.
part of me. You gave me a song to sing, dancing in your innocent and true. Elvis tattoo on your shoulder, we'll know better when we're older. You'll always be a part of me, and some wounds will always sting, forever in full bloom, barely 22. Summer days are growing colder, we'll know better when we're older. All of this was planned when the world was started. The red blood hearts, the final word was never said. And I'm tossing my bed. Everything fits in the rearview mirror when nothing is left. The lights of evening round us shine, pink and silver skies. You'll always be a part of me. You gave me a song to sing, dancing in your innocent and true. Elvis tattoo on your shoulder, we'll know better when we're older. You'll always be a part of me, and some wounds will always sting, ever in full bloom, barely 22. Summer days are growing colder, we'll know better when we're older. Took a lot of money to look the part. Took a lot of pain to tame a heart. Took a lot of years to lose my fear of flying. Took a long time to finally start. Then it took a good day to fall apart. Took a lot of tears to lose my fear of crying. Of crying. Change your holiday. Fire, ticking like a time bomb. Fire, burning like a
part of me. You gave me a song to sing, dancing in your innocent and true. Elvis tattoo on your shoulder, we'll know better when we're older. You'll always be a part of me, and some wounds will always sting, forever in full bloom, barely 22. Summer days are growing colder, we'll know better when we're older. All of this was planned when the world was started. The red blood hearts, the final word was never said. And I'm tossing in my bed. Everything fits in the rearview mirror when nothing is left. The lights of evening round us shine, pink and silver skies. You'll always be a part of me. You gave me a song to sing, dancing in your room, innocent and true. Elvis tattoo on your shoulder, we'll know better when we're older. You'll always be a part of me, and some wounds will always sting, ever in full bloom, barely 22. Summer days are growing colder, we'll know better when we're older.
Okay, thank you for your patience. Sorry for the long wait. Welcome to what we lovingly call Ghosty After Dark. I'm your host, Clockwork Ghosty. Tonight we are... Shit, my bad. Tonight we are playing Final Fantasy XIV. We are at least mostly past having to deal with Asahi, but not completely. Still want to punt the little motherfucker. But we're behaving. Let's see... We don't have any... Nope, we don't have any redeems. So, I guess we will continue on. Huh. Alrighty. Let's see, get back to the game. No problem, Ghosty. Hi, hi. Oh, how is everyone? Oh, doing good, Kevin. How are you doing? Welcome in. I hope that you've been having a wonderful evening. Read this shout out real quick. Meet Kevin Juleseth, a real-life farmer turned virtual crop whisperer. When they're not knee-deep in digital dirt, they're busy planting corn, feeding sheep, and gearing up for harvest. This friendly streamer is all about sharing farming wisdom, so don't be shy. Ask away. Just don't bring any angry emotes into the barn. Alright, let's get back over here to the game page. There we go. But yeah, sorry about that. Had to, like... Oh shit, my net's starting to act up again, but maybe we'll be fine. Maybe it'll catch back up. If anything happens, y'all can let me know if the game or anything starts to act stupid. Oh wait, I need a controller. I don't have my controller plugged in because I didn't know if I was gonna have to find another BRB screen to pull up, so y'all didn't have to watch the same few over and over and over and over and over and over again. Let's see. It says it's safe. It just didn't pop up and say it was safe. Thank you. Pop that back in. Grab the controller. There we go. Alright. Controller in hand. Turn this light off since I don't have anything that I need to do. Get over here. that. Alright. Oh yeah, let me fix this. We'll pull this back down to, I think I have it on 30 normally. I'll turn it up a bit so I can hear it. There we go. Because when I put it low like that, I can't hear it. That would have been better avoided, but at least it did not end in bloodshed, and judging by Su Yu's reaction, she remains oblivious to the events of her former life. This was no escape attempt. Nay, it seems it was an offhand request of Gosetsu's which brought her to Namai. She came in search of a persimmon. Huh! And they say fruit is good for the health. I do hope Gosetsu finds the taste to his liking. Well, we have certainly taken the long way around, but let us continue on to Castrum Fluminus, and our meeting with the ambassador. Alphino and Alize will still be there, conducting their search. Doing okay, been busy lately. Oh, have you? What you been busy with, Kevin? That way I put this here. I reckon we're off to the Castrum. Seems our Imperial guests have already arrived. 'Tis time to meet with the ambassador. Oh, goody.
What a pleasure it is to see you once more, Lord Hien. Not to mention my dear sister.
A pleasure to see you too, Ambassador. Forgive us our late arrival.
But we didn't really want to be here.
You have our people aboard the airship?
Exactly as agreed. We would leave you in no doubt as to the purity of our intentions. I dare say it was the self-same spirit of cooperation which prompted you to bring Yotsuyu here today.
Indeed. Before excluding her from the exchange, I thought it only fair that you see her condition for yourself. Physically, she is in fine health, but her mind is unchanged.
Dealing with insurance, buying a van, getting my phone fixed, you know, just normal stuff. Oh no, that sounds like a lot, Kevin.
So I see. But all need not necessarily be lost. In anticipation of this tragic turn of events, I took the liberty of inviting some special guests.
In other words, you decided to be a... Yeah, but that's almost normal for me. Okay, well, as long as it's normal. Oh, this motherfucker.
Ah, Yotsuyu. You look, well.
And like you fucking care, you sold your daughter to a brothel. I don't want to even hear it.
Of all the people.
is something wrong, dear sister? These are our beloved parents. Does not the sight of them bring back sweet childhood memories?
No, because you know that her childhood sucked, and you were part of the reason why it sucked. Because your parents, and you just stood there and watched as they treated her like shit.
Gosetsu. I have to take this to Gosetsu.
Yeah, there you go.
It would seem my little surprise was not sufficient. You needn't glare at me so, Lord Hien. I merely did what any loving son would do for his family. Lest you doubt, I am content to leave the acting viceroy in your care. Pray, treat her as you would any daughter of Dorma.
Yeah, she'd still be treated 10 times better than the way you and your family treated her.
Do not grow too fond of this place, dear sister. You will come back to us ere long.
All I ask is that the game let me just kick him. Just a little bit. Just a tiny bit, you know. And so hard that he wouldn't even need the airship to get back to Garlemald. I'd just kick him there.
We continue with the exchange as planned, then.
Very good. The structure across the river should serve our needs. We shall await you there with the conscripts. If you would bring your captives.
Agreed. Until then, Ambassador.
I don't ask for much. Just, you know. Just a little bit of me being petty and, you know. I knew better than to trust Asahi, but that was a dirty trick. Duh. Still, unpleasant as it was, we have at least put the matter of Tsuyu's future to rest. I've sent her back to the Enclave with Yugiri to give Gosetsu his precious persimmon. Come, let us follow them. You have that look, Alphino. What is it? Oh, nothing of consequence, most like. We can discuss it upon our return. We should pay a visit to Gosetsu and reassure him about Tsuyu's fate. He'll want to know that the Empire has finally relinquished its claim on her.
Gosetsu, are you awake?
My lord, come in, come in. When Tsuyu returned, her eyes were red from weeping. She spoke not a word, simply sat and peeled some fruit she'd brought for me. She then claimed weariness and retired to her chamber. Tell me, what happened to upset her so?
The ambassador arranged a surprise reunion with her foster parents. A misguided attempt to restore Yotsuyu to her senses. It was plain their presence caused her great distress, but she seemed otherwise unaffected.
Yotsuyu was mistreated as a child, was she not? It was a cruel trick to use her tormentors like that, knowing the pain it could cause.
I like this Asahi less and less.
Everybody does.
Be that as it may, he has agreed to allow Yotsuyu to remain with us in Doma. Our primary concern now is to hand over the prisoners without incident and bring our people safely home.
There was one other detail at the meeting which caught my attention. I assume you all noticed the rather suspect crates within the castrum. The Imperials were quick to retrieve them afterwards, but I wonder...
Out with it, brother. You fear they might contain bombs or war machines?
If the ambassador wanted me dead, he has had ample opportunity. No, assassination is not his intent, but we should be on our guard for other acts of treachery.
My lord! Forgive me, but the Lady Yotsuyu, she's gone!
Gone?
I beg your pardons, my lords. I was certain she'd fallen asleep.
No, the responsibility is mine. 'Twas I who gave her a room instead of a cell. She may simply have wandered outside. We will organize search parties.
God damn it, she likes to wander too much.
Might I call upon your assistance?
Go Setsu, get your woman. Your child, or whatever you want to call her.
Help!
Oh no, these two assholes. Oh well. Old man, are you dead?
Help! Help me!
Ah, fuck. Now I got an echo headache. I can't help your ass. Busy at the moment with useless ass psychic powers.
If only I hadn't remembered. He should hate me. But I will not suffer his kindness. Not after what I did to him.
Who's there?
Oh, it's you. What are you doing out here in the dark?
This is the Enclave, is it? When the soldiers dragged us back to Doma, you were the last person I expected to see.
You're the bane of our existence, Yotsuyu. A font of misery.
Really? Because y'all the ones that caused her all that bullshit.
You couldn't even do us the simple courtesy of dying, could you? Oh, no. You had to live and taint us with the shame of your failure.
Wow.
We had a perfect life in the capital, and now they're making us wallow in this muddy ruin like common swine. I don't deserve this.
You deserve far worse.
Now, dear, that'll do. There seems little point in berating the girl when she scarcely remembers her own name. Our time would be better spent contemplating how we're to survive this unhappy predicament. You've kept your looks, at least. I suspect you'd fetch a handsome price with the right buyer. Maybe enough to get us to Kugani and start a new business.
Oh, see? Already up to old tricks.
Ah, my beloved parents. No sooner do I wake from gentle slumber than the world returns in all its cruelty. Yes, this is how it always was. How it was meant to be. Very well. If I cannot escape my nature, then I shall embrace it.
Can't say I'm mad she stabbed to death these two assholes.
I have sunk. My soul steeped in spite and rotten to the core. The self-righteous hide behind justice, but I need no such mask. Father, Mother, was it not you who made me into this monster? Who taught me the truth of this miserable world? For years I knew naught but the taste of pain and humiliation. But the time has come to savor my vengeance against Doma. Against all my enemies. And it begins with you!
Yotsuyu! What?
Like I said, I can't bring myself to feel sorry for you two assholes. Motherfucker. Oh, I wish you just stabbed his ass too.
Well done, dear sister. Did I not say you would come back to us?
Brother dearest, what a surprise. You always were a cold-blooded little worm. I doubt you thought twice about sending our parents to their deaths.
Your dagger yet drips with their blood, and you presume to judge me? To be frank, I didn't think you had the strength to slay them so cleanly. A single thrust each. I'm impressed. But surely you can't be satisfied with murdering a pair of doddering elders. You yearn for a deeper vengeance, and the power to see it through.
And his plan comes together.
Please. I don't want to die.
Oh well. Should have thought about that shit.
Any sign of her?
Nope, but found her asshole parents.
What happened here?
He ran into her knife. He ran into her knife 30 times, I think is how that one goes.
I knew what would happen if she recovered. And still, I did nothing. You say she left with her brother? Whatever he wants with her, he was willing to pay for it with his parents' lives. But this is neither the time nor the place. We must gather the others.
We've recovered the Nereus remains and we'll hold the cremation anon. I don't expect me to be there. Would that they had never again set foot in Doma. I broke the news to Gosetsu myself. He was quiet. I think it best that he be allowed some time alone with his thoughts. Probably. So, my friends, that which we feared has come to pass. Yatsuyu has regained her memory and returned to the Imperial fold. It is, by any measure, a cruel twist, not least for Gosetsu, but one which does not invalidate our agreement. According to the terms of the contract, we were bound to surrender Yatsuyu into the Garlean's hands should her condition improve prior to the hour of the exchange. By that reckoning, all is, if not as it should be, then as it must be. This I can accept. But what I cannot accept is the unconscionable lengths to which Asahi went to achieve this outcome. Given his recent conduct and his apparent admiration for Xenos, it is plain he cannot be trusted. Duh. And that is to say nothing of the unexplained containers he insisted on bringing to our meeting. Whatever the ambassador is planning, I think it unlikely our negotiations will end peacefully. In the event of hostilities, the safety of the conscripts must be our first concern. As such, I would have an escape route in place before the meeting begins. A wise precaution. If the main structure of Castrum Fluminus is to be the stage for the exchange, then I believe a thorough inspection is in order. The Citadel has stood empty ever since the Imperial withdrawal. While we took steps to ensure that it could not be defended by an occupying force, it is entirely possible that the ambassador has arranged things there to his advantage. I'll slip inside and make certain we have an unobstructed exit. Pray allow me to join you. I have some experience in Imperial facilities, and should matters take a turn for the worse, I'd hope to be at least some use. Very good. That should be enough to guarantee us a way out of the castrum. Beyond that, however, we'll need we will need a ship to ferry the conscripts back to the Enclave. Even with every skiff we have, it would take several trips to evacuate everyone. A Confederate Sekibun, on the other hand, would require only a single run, and leave us far less vulnerable on the water. Assuming, of course, Rasho can be convinced to part with one. Might I take the lead on this? I've been dealing with Rashu and his pirates before. I won't be alone, will I, Dayan? Suppose not. You can count on me. Much appreciated. I quite fancy parlaying with pirates again. It's just a shame Lise won't be there to reprise her role. I'm certain you would make a persuasive pair, but I think I will accompany you to these negotiations all the same. My lord, the ruler of Doma should not be consorting with common brigands. Come now, Yugiri, they stood with us against the Empire. If we would ask their aid once more, we must treat with them as equals. My presence shall serve to demonstrate our sincerity. Does your response change the outcome of the story? No, it doesn't. it doesn't change the outcome of the story, but you do get different answers, and depending on how sarcastic you respond to them, they usually respond in kind. Sometimes it can be really hilarious, and then sometimes it's like, okay, whatever, and they just ignore you and go on about their business. Like earlier, whenever I said I didn't want to go with Asahi around the village, and Alize was like, oh, but we weren't going to do anything anyway, we might as well take him, and then he's like, yeah, okay, let's go, and I was like, I said no, and y'all are dragging me anyway, so okay. So yeah, no. it don't matter. Come now, Yigiri. Oh, yeah, I done read that. Blech. Indeed, my lord. Pray forgive my presumption. By your leave, Master Alphino and I shall be about our task. And we should be on our way to Onokaro. Time is short, and Rashu may take some convincing. I forgot after Stormblood, like, fucking drags on about as much as fucking Stormblood did. No, I did go too far. I went too far! Now there is a face I did not expect to see. What brings the noble lord of Doma into the company of bilge rats such as us? If you've come to offer Dolmen chains in place of Garlean ones, then I'm afraid you've wasted a trip. And what fine subjects you would make. With your fleet at our disposal, our restoration efforts would be hastened tenfold. But let us speak seriously. I stand before you not to demand your fealty, but to request your aid once more. He wants to borrow a boat. Mayhap you are confused. Doma's liberation was but a means to an end. We aided you only to save ourselves. Now we have no such incentive. We've sworn no oath to you and will not come running like hounds at their master's whistle. And I would not presume to treat you thus. I come to petition your cooperation as an ally of equal standing. Equal standing, you say, seems a bit lopsided to me. Where's the profit for us in all of this? Profit? Must you always think of such short-sighted terms? Have you ever heard of doing the right thing? Oh no, they're pirates. They want money. You know, like adventurers want money. Have you ever heard of pirates, little miss? See? You'll find we're simple souls. You pay our tithe, we sail in peace. Oh, you sail in peace, deny us our due, and we take it by force. We'll pull you out of the water if we see you drowning, but we are not in the business of doing something for nothing. Calm yourself, Mistress Alize. We did not come here to moralize. We came here to talk, and there's more to be said. According to records recovered from the liberation, relatives of your Doman-born brethren were among those conscripted in the Imperial Army. And as you may be aware, we recently negotiated the return of said conscripts. Many, alas, will arrive to find no families awaiting for them, no homes to grant them shelter. I would ask that you offer them a place in the Confederacy. You would not be rescuing strangers, but welcoming brothers and sisters into your ranks. And has not the Confederacy been in need of new recruits? You seem well informed of our affairs, Lord Hean. The losses we suffered at the Garleans' hands are no secret, but since we drove them out of Doma, the Ruby Sea has come alive with traders and travelers. So many vessels to tax, so few pirates to tax them. We could do with some more hands on deck, and doubly so if they're familiar with the inner workings of the Empire. Very well, the Confederacy agrees to your request. You will have your ship. But before that, you must do something for me. The vessel I have in mind was damaged during your battle with the Empire. Though we have mended her, she has yet to be declared seaworthy. She's sound enough down below, but when you load her up with conscripts and the waterline rises, those upper planks had best be free of cracks. Assuming you want your people to stay dry, you will do me the favor of swimming around the hull to check for weaknesses. That is, if Doman Lords are not adverse to getting their robes wet. Not this Doman Lord. If we each inspect a third of the ship, it shall be done in trice. That is the spirit. The ship is moored in Quickscape Pier. Our apprentice, shipwright, will be on deck to hear your report. Look for a lad named Ihanashi, okay? And I thought I had a knack for parleying with pirates. For the record, my previous attempt was an unmitigated success, and yes, I should have quit while I was ahead. Alrighty. Well, I thought the rumors exaggerated, but the young lord lives up to his reputation. Guess we're going for a swim. Oh, shit. You would park the bitch behind me. Alright. You see no signs of damage here. Cool. Let's see. Shit. Oh. Suspect hull plank. Okay, gonna start getting ready for bed. Got a lot to do tomorrow. Okay, Kevin, thanks for stopping by. I always enjoy you when you come by. Leaving you up on lurk. Okay, thank you for the lurk. Upon closer inspection, you spot a small crack in one of the planks. Have a good stream. Thank you. Alright. Let me see here. Hi, I'm the shipwright, or apprentice shipwright. Did you find anything that might need attention? The section I inspected seemed solid enough. On the port side near the bow, you say? Alright, I'll have a look and see what I can do. My apologies, I seem to have lagged behind. I could float in that gentle sea all day. Otherwise, I'm happy to report no visible cracking or holes in my section of the hull. You're Lord Hean. The captain sent you to inspect the hull? Kami have mercy, forgive us this discourtesy, my lord. Huh, it's quite alright. In fact, I rather enjoyed it. I take it you are a Doma. Yes, my lord. The Imperials took my father away after the uprising, and I had nowhere else to turn. The Confederacy became my family. But someone told me they're releasing the conscripts now. Maybe my father will be among them. Not that I can go back. There's no leaving once you've joined. How fares Our Lady? Is she seaworthy? Captain, we found a small crack in the port side, but I'll have it fixed before you know it. I see you've met the boy. Did he tell you his story? He babbles when he's nervous. Should his father be among the conscripts, as he hopes, I mean to give him the choice to leave this life. If he so chooses, I expect you to see that they are provided for. I've heard that those who join the Confederacy forswear all ties with kin and homeland. Is that oath so easily put aside? If I allow it, I see in him the lad I was 25 years ago. You say the words, you mean them, but the yearning for home still lingers. My family is long dead, and I know this life is my lot, but he has scarce dipped his toes with us. If there's a life for him in Doma, he should have the chance to live it. Well said. The Empire's conquest has uprooted many a more, be it in Yanxia or out on the Ruby Sea. We have a duty to ensure that Ihanashi and others like him are free to dwell where they desire. Then the matter is settled. I'll make preparation. I can't read tonight. For fuck's sake. Then the matter is settled. I'll make preparations to cast off. Well, my friends, it seems we have our ship. Let us return to the Enclave. Alright then. You know what? No. I'm tired of flying all the way there when I can just go to the fucking Doman Enclave. I don't have to take that boat every time, do I? Whoops, I went way past. There it is. Y'all want me to go fly to the fucking pier and ride the boat when I can just fucking teleport. There we go. Work smarter, not harder. Keep reminding myself of this, and I keep doing the opposite. Lord Heian is expecting you. May I show you in? Yes. You may. It seems Yugiri and Alphino completed their task before us. They've been waiting. We scouted the structure and determined the swiftest path to safety. In the event of hostilities, we will lead the conscripts outside with all possible haste. From there, the Confederacy has pledged a ship to ferry us across the One River. Now we have but to attend the exchange and pray to the kami these precautions were unnecessary. While we were putting our contingency plans in place, I left Hakuru in charge of organizing transport for the Imperial prisoners. He will see they arrive at the appointed hour, leaving us free to rendezvous with our Confederate allies. Come, they await us on the riverbank not far from the castrum. Alright. Now, okay. To Dubai. Your party is assembled then. Aye, and ready for what lies ahead, I trust. Lest there be any confusion, though, the tower across the water is to be the scene of the exchange. That, and whatever else Asahi has planned. But regardless of the ambassador's intentions, we will bring our people home. Yugiri, you are to evacuate the conscripts at the first sign of trouble. Yes, my lord. We, meanwhile, shall cover their escape and lend what support we can. Your ship awaits you at the Castrum's loading docks. She will see you safely home. Then I'll stand ready to play their part. Come, let us be about it. Oh boy.
At last, the hour has come. The conclusion to these negotiations will mark a new beginning for Dorma and the Empire. A first step on the road to peaceful coexistence.
Indeed. We are ready to proceed with the exchange when you are. Forgive my curiosity, Ambassador, but is there a purpose to these containers you bring with you?
Oh, the supply crates. They are filled with materials we hoped might be of use in Dorma's restoration. I meant to gift them to you at our last meeting, but we had so much else to discuss.
How very generous. I confess I had not expected such compassion, welcome though it is. But then I was also surprised by the news that one of our captives had delivered herself into your custody ahead of time. A minor discrepancy I shall overlook in the spirit of the occasion.
Are you perhaps referring to me, Lord Hien?
Back in her old garb.
Yotsuyu.
Orphan of the Nairi, widow of Sashihai, and acting viceroy of Dorma. You and your people are mine to govern, mine to punish.
Well, well. It would seem your shattered mind is mended. As per our agreement with the Ambassador, you are free to return with him to the Empire. Your authority as acting viceroy, however, is no longer recognized here.
My position is not for you to decide, little lordling. All who resist the rule of the Empire must be purged. Such was the order given to me by Lord Xenos himself. I will reign here in this putrid, pestilent swamp until the last of you has been broken. This land shall know no dawn. I will spew forth darkness and drown all in eternal night. And high above you I shall shine, uncaring, cold and distant as the moon!
Look, we've all had our Sailor Moon, phases, but I need you to fucking not.
What has she done?
Oh gods, this is a summoning.
She's pulling a Shiva.
A Dorman citizen has called forth an icon in direct violation of our primary agreement. The negotiations have failed. Abandon the captives and make preparations to withdraw.
But Ambassador!
Disobey me, Pilus, and you disobey the Emperor. Make preparations to withdraw! Now!
Ah, his whole plan to begin with. Just to cause more problems.
As you command.
My lord, you must fall back!
You ask me to run?
A strategic withdrawal.
Spare my pride, would you? I know this foe is beyond me. The field is yours. We will withdraw, but not without our countrymen. I want every soul accounted for. Every soul!
My lord.
I knew you would not flee. I see now the strength which flows from that baleful light of yours.
Look, Bunny Yatsuyu, you're very pretty, and I'm gonna hate having to kick your ass because you've gone through hell, but you also caused a lot of people a lot of issues. So it's not gonna bother me that much.
Tsukuyomi, goddess of the moon and divinity of night. What power can compare to such celestial majesty?
I don't know, death.
I shall plunge all I despise into darkness. And within that black abyss, even your light shall flicker and fail.
Bring it, bitch.
Come, let us cast the stalks and look upon the fate of Dorman. I see a future in which the sun sets on this wretched land. Once and for all!
I don't remember this fight, and I'm going to attempt it on my own, but let's see. Whoop. There we go. Let's go. I ain't done this fight in a long time, so I don't remember what she's capable of. Oh, I didn't fix my picture.
It's going to be a long
No problem. Oh my lord. Oh, Tank Buster, that's gonna hurt. Those do. No, nothing good.
Your end is near.
Robbery. Alright, there we go.
Your death will be all the sweeter.
Ooh. Oh. Oh, what was that? Oh, I'm gonna enjoy this. Come here. Let me up. Oh. I don't know what you're doing here. Bear. I think you got bear.
Darkness bleeds the spider living. From mortal, I rise anew. Suffused with night, I shall prevail.
Shit, go down. Alright, sticking through these ad breaks supports the stream. Thank you, stay tuned. In the dim glow of Clockwork Ghosty stream, a figure named Kevin tipped their hat to the lurking shadows. With a nod to the morrow's to-do list, they melted into the background, leaving whispers of well wishes hanging like fog over the road to Dawntrail. Good night, Sleuth. May your dreams be as epic as our quests. And that didn't take as long as I thought it was going to take. We're just gonna stand there and let this dude shoot her. Okay. Cool. I guess.
You really must learn to finish the job.
Fuck you.
'Tis true that a gaudy mirror and a handful of crystals make for a feeble summoning. But even the weakest icon is a god of sorts. A threat that must be put down. My! Such hostility! These beings are the sworn enemies of the Empire. I merely did my duty as an Imperial officer.
Look, I don't care what you and your sister got going on, but I know that you are the biggest of dicks.
Will you surrender to anger then? Slay an anointed emissary to avenge a fallen foe?
I mean, if the game would let me, yes.
You cannot, of course! To do so would burn the bridges we have labored so hard to build.
You mean the one that you just fucked up because of the summoning that you orchestrated because you made a deal and then decided, hey, I'm gonna fuck it up anyway because I just like watching the world fucking burn? Sure!
Oh, but I'm forgetting. They're already ash. This doorman woman has seen to that. The Empire cannot ally itself with any nation that refuses to renounce summoning. I believe I was most clear on that point.
Then it wouldn't matter if I ran you through with a scythe, would it? Yes, please walk over there and beat the shit out of him.
It should have been mine. The power he bestowed upon her. I should have been the one to govern Dorma. I would have repaid his faith.
You mean you just wanted to lick his ass?
No one alive loves him more than I!
Instead, this harlot betrayed his trust. Useless piece of filth! Worthless whore!
Thank you, dear brother, for this precious gift. Vengeance. These people, our people, they ignore the corruption which festers beneath the surface. Cast aside that which is dirty and broken. Speak not of things which would disrupt their dreary little lives. Like you, Asahi. Always pretending not to see. You were the first. The first I swore to kill. Such bliss. I had thought my hunger insatiable. But now I am satisfied. You should feel honored, dear brother. I saved the last of my strength, just for you.
Oh, good riddance to that little shit.
What's the matter? The Witch of Doma will soon be dead.
Tsuyu deserved a kinder fate.
Her happiness was never to be. Not in this world. I wonder, was the fruit as sweet as he remembered?
Oh, kick him. Stomp him. Something. Fucking die. Oh, god damn it. I didn't want your fucking echo headache.
Lord Xenos. I am at your disposal.
I wish you were in a trash disposal.
Asahi, you were born of Doma, yes?
Yes, my lord. I am honored that you would remember me. How may I serve?
You are hereby appointed Ambassador Plenipotentiary, and empowered to speak with the voice of the Emperor. Return to your native land of Doma, and announce your intention to sue for peace.
For peace?
Once negotiations are underway, you are to locate the acting viceroy.
She lives? That is to say, I will, my lord.
When you have found her, you will initiate a ritual to call forth an icon. I will instruct you in the necessary steps. Yotsuyu's faith is unreliable, but as a child raised to believe in the Kami, she will serve as a vessel for one of the Kojin's gods. She need only wish it to be so. The power will seem a gift, but the icon's essence will consume her. She will be no more than a husk, a slave to whim and desire.
My lord, ever since the day you saw fit to save my miserable life, I have dreamed of repaying your benevolence. Upon my honor, I swear to devote myself wholly to your service. All that you command will be done, no matter the cost.
You got a little brown on your nose there, Asahi.
But I fear the subtleties of your plan yet elude me. From the reports I have heard, the champion who aids the Doman resistance would make short work of a single icon.
The icon is merely a message. The pacifist teachings of the Populares spread through this city like a plague. And I would remind the people of the threat we face. You will be my chosen agent. The hand which tolls the warning bell. The salvation of this world will not be won through the signing of treaties.
your chosen agent. I will not fail you, my lord.
Would you die?
My master, Lord Xenos, he will come for you.
Probably. Thank you. Good lord, I thought you'd never go away.
You have prevailed, I see.
Yep.
She is gone. Wherefore did the Kami spare us, only to inflict this pain?
Okay, that was fucking sad. Y'all didn't have to go through do all that shit.
Death shall not want for company this day. You spared us a worse disaster, but I fear our fledgling peace with the Empire was beyond saving.
Lord Hien!
Maxima, is it not? I assumed you long fled.
I entertain thoughts of escape even now, but our negotiations have yet to reach a satisfying conclusion. The ambassador insisted that the summoning spelled an end to our mission here, but it seemed to me there was more to the tale. I have heard tell of this power you wield. And in your vision, you witnessed Lord Xenos giving these orders.
How can that be? Xenos is dead. He took his own life after the battle in Alamigo. I saw his body with my own eyes.
Forgive me, but Lord Xenos is very much alive. He granted our party an audience prior to our departure. That he was gravely wounded is certain, but his recovery appeared to be proceeding apace.
I'm afraid I share Lord Hien's confusion. The man's death was confirmed and his remains interred. These are matters of public record.
I have no doubt you believe what you say. But what then is the explanation? That an imposter has infiltrated the innermost circle of the Imperial Court?
Yep.
The idea is inconceivable, absurd. But worthy of investigation nonetheless. Our movement can ill afford to have a highly placed pretender undermining our efforts.
Your efforts may yet bear fruit. Tell me, what is to become of our prisoner exchange? Though we have already taken custody of our conscripts, we have yet to release your Imperial comrades. Do you still intend to collect them?
Yes. As the late Ambassador's second-in-command, it falls to me to speak on the Empire's behalf. And I'm happy to confirm our intent to proceed according to the original agreement.
Then let us be about it. 'Twould be a pity to abandon such a promising beginning.
Indeed. You have my thanks, Lord Hien. As soon as our people are secure aboard our airship, we shall depart straightways for Garlemald.
Tread lightly, Pilus. I sense treachery awaits you there.
Might I accompany you to the capital?
I'll
Alphino, have you gone mad?
Imposter or no, if Xenos was instructing Asahi on the finer points of ritual summoning, then experience tells us there is an Asian waiting in the wings. Without our knowledge and expertise, our new friends will be hard-pressed to contend with a foe for whom death is but a minor inconvenience. They need our help.
Were you indeed willing to share your knowledge of this enemy, we would not shun your counsel.
You truly mean to do this? In full knowledge of the danger?
I have seen the Warrior of Light risk his life on countless occasions. Next to him, I'm scarce more than a distraction on the battlefield. But in the meeting room or the audience chamber, there I can make a difference. I can strike bargains, forge ties, and change minds. And where better to do these things than in the home of our old enemy?
I believe in you, kiddo.
Tis not for me to stop you, but I would have you consider an alternative arrangement. Rather than braving the Empire as a simple traveler, go forth as an emissary of Doma. Such a position should offer you some measure of protection.
Go then. You've obviously made up your mind. Just try not to do anything reckless, all right?
I shall be on my best behavior. Farewell, my friends.
I knew Asahi was planning some manner of treachery, but a summoning? Thank the Kami you were here, my friend. None of us would have escaped Yatsuyu's vengeance had you not intervened. She was a pawn, aye, but she still had a choice, and she chose to submit to the ambassador's plan. 'Tis little wonder Gosetsu departed in silence. I gather he left the same way he came, alone aboard a rowing boat. As for the conscripts, most made it to the Seikibun before the battle began in earnest, but the vessel yet awaits on the riverbank for those who did not flee in time. Then I suggest we put this doleful place behind us and make for the Enclave together. 'Twould be a shame to miss the joyous reunion.
How often have I imagined this moment? Thank you for helping it come to pass.
Gosetsu, your hair.
My friend, what have you done?
An old man who cannot raise his blade has no place in the service of a young lord. Thus did I decide to devote my remaining days to pilgrimage. I will walk this land, offering prayers of repose for all the souls who left this life in suffering.
All of them?
A fulsome farewell makes for an enjoyable journey.
Scarcely have we said our goodbyes to Alphino, and you leave us too. But 'tis well that my companions find their own way forward. I must endeavor to do the same.
I have faith that you will find the best path for Doma without me, my lord. Pray forgive me this last act of selfishness, and grant me your blessing.
You have earned it 1,000 times over. Go in peace, my friend. I shall make of Doma a land where children laugh and none need live in fear.
There is no better way to honor those who went before.
Like fucking steps. Just kept having to look up.
And with that, I take my leave.
Ah, Gosetsu, fair journey to you, my friend. A bittersweet occasion, but there's yet ample cause to be grateful. Pray join us at Kienken. I would thank you properly. Okay. Let's go inside. Our brothers and sisters are returned to us, and the dream of Doma's restoration is that much closer to being realized. It is a day that will live long in memory, and one that would never have dawned without the courageous actions of the Scions. On behalf of Doma and her people, we give you our deepest thanks. Lest you think me complicit, I assure you, I have not forgotten the dark cloud on the horizon. That Xenos lives is a source of grave concern, mayhap the gravest, yet there is little to be done but wait for Alphino to send word. Until then, I plan to devote myself to fulfilling the promise I made to Gosetsu, by building a nation in which none need live in fear. I confess I miss him already, but the thought that he has at last found peace goes some way to softening the blow. I wondered, did you ever stop to ask yourself why he showed Yatsuyu such kindness? I believe the answer lies in past tragedy, specifically the death of his wife and daughter during the invasion. Though he hid it well, they were never far from his thoughts, and in Yatsuyu's childlike mien, I believe he saw not a fallen tyrant, but the little girl who he lost to him. After the loss of his family, Gosetsu devoted himself wholly to the service of his country. He suffered any hardship, strove beyond the limits of endurance without hesitation or complaint. Though Tsuyu could never truly replace his daughter, I had hoped that, with her at his side, he might live out the remainder of his days in relative contentment. Would that the kami have been so minded. Even now I labor to discern any meaning in Yatsuyu's fate. To deliver her from certain death with no memory of her sins, only to leave her at the mercy of her stepbrother? Can that truly have been their will? That I cannot tell you. The will of the kami is not for us to know. But what I do know is that for a brief moment, a girl known as Tsuyu lived among us, and that she brought with her a whisper of respite for a grieving heart. I think it's time we were going, don't you? We've done all we can here, and we have a lot to report. But before we head back to the Rising Stones, let's call in at Rauger's Reach. We should be the ones to tell Lise about Xenos. After everything we went through together, we owe her that. Rauger's Reach. Ugh. Oop. There we go. Pull the map back in now, being that I finished that fight. Oh, Boy Wonder, welcome in. How are you tonight? Boy Wonder 27 just swung in from Gotham, but don't let the Batman vibes fool you. This variety streamer is all about those good vibes, whether they're dodging hooks in Dead by Daylight or dropping hot tips for living your best life. Catch them weekdays for a cozy, chaotic mix of games and life advice. Holy ravioli, Batman Boy Wonder is here. Welcome in, welcome in. Hello, Cowl Bearer. Call Bearer? I hope I'm saying that right, but if I'm not, you can feel free to correct me. Dan, Alize, you're back. No Alphino? It's good to see you, Lise. As for my headstrong brother, he's off on what will almost certainly turn out to be a once-in-a-lifetime trip to Garlemald. Hey, party good. Pretty good. Play some Dead by Daylight, wrap up with Arkham Knight. Ooh, that sounds fun. It's a long story, but we have evidence that Xenos might still be alive. What? But that's... If this is a joke... Gods, this had better be a joke. Look, I know what I saw, alright? We all saw it. And here you are saying he's alive and well and living the high life back in Garlemald? I know how ludicrous that sounds. I'm still having difficulty believing it myself. But while I might doubt the word of an Imperial envoy, I'm inclined to trust Dayan's. He saw the Crown Prince through the Echo, in a meeting that could only have taken place in the recent past. It was him. It was Xenos. Well, not really, but... No, it must have been, I don't know, some kind of Really convincing imposter. Xenos is dead. He had a great big hole in his neck. We buried him. And someone went to the trouble of desecrating the bastard's grave, remember? Those gilded halls? Whatever are you talking about? Hey, Thancred. Thancred, what brings you to the Reach? Alphino had me lending a hand at the Sultry, keeping an eye on rebuilding work and so on, just until operations were up and running. And now that they are, I thought I might look in on you before wending my weary way back to the headquarters. Forgive me if I misheard, but is there some suggestion that late Crown Prince could have gotten better? If so, might I suggest a quick look inside his coffin as our first order of business? Ugh. As much as I hated the man, it doesn't feel right defiling his grave. But if it will put this rumor to rest, I suppose we have to. And then there's no curious eyes about if we can manage it. Oop. Also, more news for your nephew. Friday, they bring new skins for Stranger Things. Lucas, Dustin, Mike, Will, and Vecna in Creative Map. New Battle Pass, they're bringing Beatrix, Kiddo, and Marty McFly. Nice! And stream coming along. That's cool. I will definitely let him know. He'll probably be excited about those. Xenos is buried up in Bloodhowl in the locks. His grave was set apart from the others and left unmarked, so as not to upset the locals. Then it shouldn't be too hard to find. Nago, you're in charge until I get back. I hate to end it here, but I am tired. I'm sleepy. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn off New Game Plus. Suspend. Yep. Take my ass back home. Nope. Hitting the wrong button here. There we go. Alright, guys. Thank you so much for joining me tonight for Final Fantasy XIV Road to Dawntrail. We are in the post-Stormblood area of the game. It's going to drag on a little bit longer, but at least we're past Asahi. Still didn't get to punt his little ass as much as I'd have loved to. But let me do our shout-outs. Let's see. We have Shy Guys Entertainment. Shy Guys Entertainment is back and better than ever. They're serving up competitive tournaments and WWE action like it's nobody's business. From My Rise movie marathons to surprise Nightwing gameplay, this streamer's got a knack for making things better. Check out their Twitchiversary stream pilot and join the chaos. Then we have Tyrant Kane. Tyrant Kane is your go-to for fighting games with a sprinkle of single-player adventure. They're currently diving into Legends of Kane Defiance, but who knows what they'll throw down next. Join the stream for some epic battles and maybe a little chaos. Then we have OFN Raven. I think that's how you do her name. OFN Raven is your go-to for a spooky good time. This Black Goth streamer loves survival horror games, and it shows in their Stream and Scream series. But don't worry, they're not all about screams and no fun. Check out their Cozy Corner streams for a more laid-back vibe. Then we have Moki, Doki, Loki. Dive into the depths of this whale shark dragon mermaid's lair. They're serving up a buffet of games with a side of Pokemon Legends. ZA. No backseating allowed in this chill stream. Grab your snacks and enjoy the show. We have Miyoko, Yan. Miyoko Nyan's stream is a treasure trove of JRPG nostalgia and cozy vibes. From battling through Breath of Fire 3 to relaxing in Stardew Valley, this Lone Star VTuber keeps things interesting. Expect dragons, tactics, and maybe a little chaos along the way. And we have Cosmically Incognito. Cosmically Incognito is a laid-back streamer with a 90s vibe, serving up nostalgia and good times. They're all about that chill life, whether they're facing nightmares or cooking up some frog legs. Expect a safe space filled with laughs, games, and maybe a little bit of chaos. Then we have Carrot Cleric. Carrot Cleric, a fiber arts fanatic crafting their way through a Pusheen-filled wonderland. From cross-stitching Cinderella bunnies to crochet scarves, this carrot's creativity knows no bounds. Just don't ask them about their cable knit era. It's a touchy subject. We have Rabbit of Moon. Rabbit of Moon, a fiber arts fanatic who crafts cosplays and games. When they're not knee-deep in yarn, they're probably getting cozy with a game. Kitsune style, no less. Expect crafty chaos and cozy vibes from this bisexual bunny. And last but not least, we have Koki-san. Koki-san is a bilingual Boricua who dives deep into lore, language, and games. They're currently on a Pokemon Sword Nuzlocke journey, but don't be fooled. It's all in the name of research. From Japanese study nights to Halloween comment readings, this streamer's got a behind-the-scenes look at creativity in action. There's always somebody in or around the community to hang out with, and I thank you guys for coming in and hanging out with me tonight. Let me find us somebody to raid into. Let's see. Speaking of Koki-san, I guess that's who we'll raid into. Thank you guys again. I will see y'all probably next Sunday. I hope you have an amazing night and sleep. Thank you, Boy Wonder. You too. Have a great rest of your day. Don't forget to stay hydrated and take care of yourself.
November Nuzlocke.